as well as Heen has joined the team. They've been able to grow and learn together as a team. We'll see whether or not they've learned enough to be able to take on the big dogs of Team Secret.
Yeah, it's really cool that Heen's given them that much confidence. And I mean, the results alone show, right?
He will survive, but that's definitely going to hurt the regen of the Spectre. Back over to top lane where Zai is being gone on again. He does also have a lot of stick charges, but he may not survive. He doesn't actually get ensnared. He's trapped inside the trees right now. It's going to force TNC to really dive underneath this tower if they want to be able to kill him. The anchor smash just means that AU doesn't do any damage until Wave Terror goes out. AU, knowing that it'd be better for him to just reset, goes ahead and dives to the tower. He doesn't mind 12 compared to the 33 and 20. Ember Spirit especially, I think, is able to shrug off some bad laning phases just by running around and killing people.
I mean, Sumail, especially players like Miracle, for example, is at top. Zai gonna get gone on again. He just anchor smashes his way out of this one, and they're gonna lay out the stun, but the TPs are coming in, and this is the rotations that we were talking about from mid one.
AU trying to get into the trees, gets a healing sound for a little bit, but there is that sleight of fish that actually cancels the healing sound. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they're trying to go for a dive onto Cuckoo. We're gonna watch AU die back over to bottom, where Cuckoo barely survives through that last dagger.
Dagger away. Do they have any sort of the banishes there?
They can get the skewer back for the extra distance towards Armel as well. There's going to be the shockwave. They're just going to go ahead and pop that ultimate from the Spectre. That'll allow him to get away for free. Once again, mid one's going to show up as soon as there's a fight. He TPs in and does kill a support hero.
And that's twice now that a gank attempt has ended with a death. And Secret, I mean, they love playing this style. You go on them, they'll respond, they'll get a kill, and then they'll reset the map. By the time you go for another move, they'll have TPs up. Mid one will just continuously make that move as
it's going to go for the kill on him. All of his mana is gone, so this Ember Spirit is definitely dead, and they're going to be able to get the skewer on the Puppy as well. Good read by Armel. That's just some OD experience there, knowing you could just imprison and drop the bomb.
Yeah. And it didn't seem like either method worked, but this time I think with TNC, it's about not getting pressured by the timer that you're on versus Secret, because I feel like a lot of people put this artificial timer on themselves when they're playing against this team, but you can just relax, calm down, take your game evenly, don't commit your cores to stuff that you don't want to commit them to.
Oh, Tim's. They're just willing to throw down the Serpent Wards right away. He does get a lot of damage on Nisha as he threw out both the Fade Bolt and the stolen Spectral Dagger from earlier, but not enough to actually get the kill, and our Spectre is now second in net worth as a result of that.
I think that OD can often be a slow hero. Like, I agree with Kyle in a way as
they just gonna throw down the Ravage with the Mouth is timing up nicely, but there is going to be the RP. Gonna skewer him back into the tower. That means he's going to give up his life. The Black Hole immediately grabbing all these heroes with the help of the Eidolons are doing a lot of damage to AU. Zion's going to try and get out of here. They commit, but eventual Spirit Kill almost getting him with the Eidolons. They just need one or two more shots. Not quite enough, and he will be able to heal himself up. Meanwhile, the Tidehunter is still trying to get away, but Gabby does manage to get the ensnare, and now Armel gets free time just to beat on Zai and start racking up that intelligence. A great play there from Cuckoo. I like the fact that he did actually skewer the two heroes back. It means he couldn't survive, but he gets the 2 kills for his team. So that's a good opportunity for this big smoke gang, where they've got both the Black Hole and the Ravage. You're either going to get a fast pick off here or a big team fight. And it looks like it's just going to be the Vengeful Spirit Kill unless Armel, don't do it, man. That imprisonment is not worth it.
He would have definitely died there.
Yeah.
In that position. Because by the time the Rubik can actually steal the Enigma Black Hole, he'll have to get so close to the rest of the heroes. And Secret have this chip damage that's great on their Ember. Like, he can get to that back line, make it...
And haven't really done much to take objectives themselves. Just recently taking that safe lane tower.
Oh, Puppy. Gonna start this right now.
Zai with the Invis rune. Puppy really wants to force these heroes into a bad position. That's where the Raptor goes. Black Hole, 3-man Black Hole set up with the Ember Spirit jumping in on top. A beautiful team fight, all baited by Captain Puppy.
And that Invis from Zai, no one had any idea that was coming. They had a sentry placed themselves.
Oh, look at this. TNC. A little sneaky. Oh, but the Dire Scan. They know. There's no Ravage, there's no Black Hole, but Cuckoo is a bit low, and not all of TNC. Well, now they're going to be here.
They have no way to get into the pit,
try and get inside the pits if he can. Cuckoo, all right, they start laying out the intelligence. Armel's going to just soak it all up on side. They aren't going to be able to get that Aegis. They also steal Serpent Wards and hit their own pair.
Oh, and die. This is the scariest part about playing Tidehunter versus OD like that. Because I think they actually need one really badly versus Secret's lineup.
Yeah, there's going to be this Radiance that's now there. We've got the Ember Spirits. Okay. Well, this time Puppey really is a free kill. It's not baiting a Ravage Black Hole. Deso. So he just feels like he needs more physical damage out of his Ember Spirit. They're going to be able to take that mid tower off the Aegis. Glimmer's trying to save the Aegis, but mid one knows all he has to do is just keep pace, make sure you get the slight. Good swamp will actually save the...
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Team Secret knows that somebody's going to show up here in this top lane. It's going to be the Rubik. They're going to mass teleport in to see if they can catch out this Ember Spirit. They're going to drop it and see if they can kill all this mana, and they will be able to get the root out from Gabby. That was very nicely timed. Seaside, get the swap. Stop that TP. Beautifully done. That is 2 cores that are going to be dying here. Secret.
And again, it's about that patience. Opportunities like this will present themselves if you're patient. Don't overreact. 2 core. Unless Troll's just gonna straight up go for a Satanic at some point. Which I'd be okay with too.
Yeah.
Just the status resistance.
Well, even just the raw, like, the bonus damage on heroes that are pretty stat heavy, like the OD and Troll. They're gonna be able to get the runes! No, it's gonna be DRP, but still, that may be enough with the BKB flow. The Black Hole's not gonna be there in time. Ember Spirit does die, Puppey the back line, catching the Vengeful Spirit to be able to stop the cancel on the Black Hole, but because the BKB was up on Gabby, they couldn't do enough damage. They're gonna be able to kill the supports. Yes, there's gonna be the Ravage now. No battle trance, but they have a drop by Armel. Not enough to finish up any of these heroes. They're gonna go for Puppey out of all of them. Zai was super low. They also could have maybe gone for the Spectre, but instead it's the buy position.
Oh, you have to
They needed a better kill than that.
They had a That's why the fights every single time, they look so split. It's very deliberate from the side of Secret. And TNC, I mean, they're naturally trying to close that gap. And that's why the cores came in from around.
Oh, they got the telekinesis onto the Ember Spirit. A big pick up on Tim's, but they didn't quite have the damage. Now the BKB's going to go off, but they need to be able to save the swap. Gabby's going to be okay. They need to get up to the high ground, though. They're going to lose their Vengeful Spirit. The imprisonment actually, buying a little bit of time. BKB forced to use on Gabby. That's the real tough part. They did not want to have to use that magic immunity. They wanted to be able to go into the Roshan pit during this timer where Black Hole and Ravage were on cooldown.
Control that they're getting, it doesn't really lead to stuff that they want.
Yeah, they really don't have a single hero. Like, you have the minus armor of the Tide, and I guess you have Serpent Wards, but you don't have that, like, one big physical damage dealer. The smoke up, mid one's just going to spend his time. They do get a ward on the high ground, see if they can get a swap somewhere in. Tim's going to go for the back line. He does manage to spawn out the Spectre. Yapzor, he's going to be able to catch him. The Black Hole goes down, but Armel's outside of it, just beats Yapzor to death, allowing Gabby to be able to escape. They manage to get the shackles on Gabby. Gabby is going to be saved. Gets the battle trap. The hammer goes down, does so much damage to everybody, but they need to be able to save this OD. Gabby does manage to get the ensnare, but does too much damage to himself, and now Gabby is going to come back in. Armel just gets bursted down so quickly. They did so much damage to Team Secret, but they don't actually kill any of these heroes. It was only Yapzor who died at the start from the Tide. So if he gets the pick off on Yapzor's Enigma, then all the team fight's gone. The big team fight's gone. The Ravage is going to go down here. They're going to get the pick off on the Troll. Gabby, no chance to get off the battle trance, and Team Secret, who smoked up for that one, will immediately go to the high ground, drop the Serpent Wards. And unless they get this pick off of the Ember Spirit, which it looks like they will, the long-range hold there from Tibbs. And now Nisha's already taken so much damage. Fortunately for Nisha, Armel doesn't have his ult.
Thought they would go for that.
Sanity's Eclipse.
They did have the Venge swap, but AU doesn't think it's worth it to trade his life for the Aegis.
He could be right. Is if they leave Nisha low,
then he doesn't really feel comfortable coming forward and taking a fight. But they do still manage to get that melee barracks. The Hex are going to go down on the OD. They need to save this OD. Where's the swap from AU? It finally goes down, but Puppey still is holding him with the shackles. A secondary swap to use to stop Puppey this time around. Now the RP coming out. Armel actually blinking backwards, so they're going to skewer these heroes away as they buy back. AU thought they were going to go for this engagement. They are going to try and finish up Nisha's Aegis for the cost of Cuckoo, but not even that happens. Armel. 35-minute bounty runes.
And this is the scariest part about playing against
Nisha got greedy.
He's got the Aegis though.
There is going to be Armel here, and here comes Tidehunter. He doesn't have the Ravage just yet. They're going to try and take away this first life, but now Min1's here. Gabby's a bit low. He's going to be forced to pop his BKB. That Butterfly's doing so much to save this this damage that's coming out from the OD, and as he comes back, Armel blinks away. But now the Haunt coming out from Nisha wants to be able to chase down that OD if possible, but is a little bit scared of putting himself in an awkward position. Finally does jump to Armel, but that's just enough to force the BKB usage.
I will say that the item build from the Emperor, the distance on this hero, and the poke.
Radiant's top tower has
And he's also applying the Desolate status to every single one of these heroes with the Slight, so it means that Nisha's doing more damage. It also means that Mid1 himself can do a ton of physical damage, especially if that target is also gushed up. Another tier 3 gonna fall fast.
top tower
They're gonna try and just get some poke damage on Nisha right now without fully committing too much. They're gonna skewer him back into an awkward position until he gets hexed. Oh, Cuckoo didn't react fast enough there with a blink in. Skewer instead just dies. Gonna be forced into the buyback there. Shackles into imprisonment. Well, that's not exactly what you wanted. And Team Secret is saying, well, fine, if you're not actually gonna try and fight us at this point,
Walks into his own prison of death.
we'll just take the melee barrack.
Then you're constantly thinking about this Yapsor black hole, and then you've got this Haunt that just makes everything really chaotic.
Yeah. Seems like they lack a lot of confidence in dealing with these things. If they had done a little bit better, if they just had the vengeful spirit swap on some of this, a nice Ravage before the BKBs can go down. So much magic damage already done to the OD. Gabby does manage to get off his BKB. The skewer back from Cuckoo actually brings Nisha into a better position to chase down some of these heroes. The RP comes down, but it's not going to save his money. They don't get any damage now. Ooh, the mouth is going out. They do manage to get the battle trance. There's the Scepter, throw him up in the air a little bit longer. Good play by Min1, delaying out that Troll's damage to keep Yapsor alive. And now they've got 3 dead with no buyback, and that's it for TNC. They just could not stop losing team fights against Team Secret.
And they played this passive style well. They tried to match Team Secret's tempo, but they just didn't have the team fight to back it up.
Yeah.